I'm gonna react to another one of ItsCharlieVest's his videos, but he's reacting to a video that I also reacted to, and I wonder what his reaction is to this ridiculous video. The Netherlands is the worst country in Europe. As always, if you have any suggestions, let me know. tychofromamsterdam@gmail.com in the title reaction. If you got any suggestions for stuff that you would want me to react to. Let's start.
I've been getting this requested quite a bit. It's a video called The Netherlands is the Worst Country in Europe, and here's why. Let's go ahead and check this out and see what this is all about here. Reasons you should not move to the Netherlands.
Hello, fellow travelers. Today, I'm going to tell you about a country that I didn't like. Officially, it is named the Netherlands, but my experience was specifically in the Holland region, in the city of Amsterdam. The country of Holland is full of attractive people. Many people would like to move there to find love, because the Dutch are very good-looking people. People claim that there are jobs there, and that it's a very special country.
Well, I guess you guys are good-looking people, so congrats on that, right? That's always good.
I found
So, his audience, is it really just Dutch people? Because he's now saying you guys. That's interesting, I didn't know.
out about this country online. When I arrived in this country with my son, the very first day was snowy. I stayed at Schiphol Airport for the first night because we landed late and security personnel mistreated us and were racist towards us.
Okay, so she's just complaining. It was snowy when she landed, so right off the bat, you have poor planning on her part. She didn't check into what the weather was going to be on the day that she arrived to properly plan her trip, or maybe perhaps get a flight in on another day. Just claiming that she's being a victim of racism. I don't know what it's about. She hasn't explained it yet, but we're going to find out.
Yeah, we're not gonna find out. And also indeed poor planning, yeah. If you plan your trip in February, then because that's the only month that there is a chance of snow here in the Netherlands. I mean, in the other months, very, very small chance, but February is the month that there usually is like 3 or 4 days, max a week of snow.
Most people spoke Dutch, which is a very hard language to learn.
Well, it's the Netherlands. It's their language. So again, you're just complaining. You go to another country and then you complain that they're speaking Dutch. Well, lady, you're not in America. You know, you're not in France. Why would they not speak Dutch? That's what they do there. It's the Netherlands. I mean, so I don't know what language she was expecting, but again, poor research on her part.
And indeed, because I reacted to this original video as well, and I wonder, because now he's also taking it serious, just like me, but eventually, to me, the original video just felt like a big joke, actually, like some prank, because I can't believe that it's real. And I wonder if that's going to be his conclusion as well, ItsCharlieVest.
Some people also spoke English as a secondary language, but it was broken English. Therefore, it was very hard to communicate with them.
Well, again, as she just pointed out herself, a second language, so you can't complain. I mean, come on. Very
I
hard.
struggled, as the airport was the first encounter.
As I said in the original reaction also, the Dutch is the #1 country. English as secondary language, the Netherlands is #1. So that's already very strange, like, very strange accusation. Little old lady.
Little old lady! Little old lady!
Encounter I ever had with the Dutch. The next day, I went to my hotel.
I mean, the airport is usually the first place you would ever encounter anybody if you flew in somewhere. It's funny. This is gonna be fun picking this apart.
Which, by the way, was very expensive. I did not find any cheap hotels to stay at within the city of Amsterdam.
Well, any city within the city is gonna have expensive stuff. That's just how it goes. Maybe you should have got a hotel in a smaller town nearby, and then just kind of like, went into the city every day to do your travels, and then go back at night. So
it's exactly what I said as well. That every city every capital or every big city is expensive. And indeed, what he said, or a hostel, or an Airbnb, or go couch surfing.
Spent too much money. After staying 2 months in Amsterdam, I suffered so much. I wanted to leave, and I ended up completely broke. It was freezing there. There was too much snow and many bicycles everywhere.
Well, you should have went somewhere warmer, lady. I mean, come on, that's on you. I mean, this is crazy.
So apparently, because I watched one of his or two now, his previous videos, he never went to the Netherlands yet, I think, or he doesn't live here anyway. So, but it doesn't snow here, yeah, like hardly. Yeah. Why am I saying this? I just wanted to say, because now he believes maybe this woman. Yeah.
Dutch culture involves riding a bike everywhere, since the country is little. The Netherlands being a car-free country, there are not many cars around.
It's not car-free at all.
No.
It's just car limited.
As I said earlier, the Dutch are very
Car limited in the centers of the cities. Yeah.
people physically, but they are very cold, and they will not socialize with you.
I mean, if you're being rude and complaining like you are right there and just blah, 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 victim, well, I wouldn't want to talk to you either, lady. I mean, come on.
They will never talk to you out of the blue. Instead, they just show you a fake smile. The fact that they constantly said, "Hallo Hallo," annoyed me so much, and I didn't like it at all. That's how they communicate, so you move out of their way.
Okay.
Because they are commuting through the city using bicycles. There are also railways for cable cars on the streets, with the buses and cars and bikes. All of them using the same roads. I found it quite unorganized. It is a very small city, beautiful and old-fashioned.
Okay, so I reacted to all that stuff that she's saying in my original reaction video to this original video. So I'm not gonna say anything. It's not all one road, but okay.
It is full of canals and rivers, which I didn't like.
Oh, wow. It's full of canals and rivers, which I didn't like. Okay, well, again, research. I mean, it's full of canals. That's what's there. So that's like going to the forest and complaining. There's just too many trees around here, guys. I just don't like these trees.
I think any moment now he will also be like, "This can't be real. This is a joke." Any moment now.
I never even found a job to sustain myself, and I've been ripped off by 2 Dutch employment agencies. Because they demand you meet so many requirements to work, and it's a very closed country, you can't work or have access to basic services as a foreigner. If you are an American, I guess the same principles applies to any non-European foreigner. You have 0 possibilities of working in the Netherlands.
0. Well, that's kind of funny because I've actually seen tons of videos, Americans living in the Netherlands talking about their jobs, their daily activities that they're doing over there. Comments from people that say, "Hey, I'm American living in the Netherlands," and stuff like that, you know, on other videos that I've done. So, you know, again, maybe this lady just doesn't understand what is actually going on.
I lived in Amsterdam, and after doing so for a time, there is nothing left for us. Let's also not forget that the Dutch are stingy and greedy. In most cases, they will not give you a handout if you're in need. Some people point out the greatness of the welfare that citizens of the European Union can benefit from.
So so it sounds like she's just over there begging people for money or something. Like she's broke. She doesn't know how to spend her money. She doesn't know how to travel in general. You know, she did no planning. She went to a place full of canals in the middle of winter and then complained that there's too much water and it's cold. You know, did no preparation and as far as trying to figure out a cheap place to stay, which I'm sure there's plenty outside the city limits. She could have easily done that.
And also, indeed, like he's saying, she probably moved to a place with a lot of canals, but there's also a lot of areas in Amsterdam where there aren't canals at all. So I mean, she's indeed complaining about all those canals, but yeah, she was in the city center then. If she was in the old South or in West, East, anywhere. But again, it feels too. It can't be real. I mean, this can't be. If this is real, oh man.
If she decides to go to an expensive place in Amsterdam and then complain again. So it sounds like she's just over there begging for money, looking for handouts, wondering why people's not just like giving her their hard-earned money and then complaining about it. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. This is funny.
But that was not so great.
What wasn't great? Hold on. What? I missed something here.
Need. Some people point out the greatness of the welfare that citizens of the European Union can benefit from. But that was not so great, because I've met many people from Europe who still had nothing while there, as they spent all their money in that country, and especially in the city of Amsterdam. They read on the internet that it is supposed to be the best country, and that there are plenty of opportunities.
Again, no matter where you go, there's always going to be idiots that don't spend their money wisely and are broke. I mean, and they don't make the wisest decisions. So, I mean, that's wherever you go. Not just Amsterdam or Netherlands specific.
But it's not true. Forget about going there if you don't have any money. Because if you're unlucky and...
Why would you go anywhere if you don't have any money? I mean, is she serious? Is this...
Indeed, see? Indeed.
Supposed to be a joke show?
Exactly my thoughts.
Because I mean, she is coming off pretty serious. So don't go there if you don't have any money. Okay, well, why would anybody go anywhere to another country without it? I'm not going to another town if I don't have any money. Like, I'm not. Wow.
Forget about going there if you don't have any money. Because if you're unlucky and end up homeless, you can't even exist there. The police will arrest you and fine you if they see you sleeping on the streets.
Okay, good. You just move to a country, broke, sleep on the street. Okay, what are they supposed to just like let you do it? No.
And like I said in previous video, the Salvation Army. So the police, I mean, they will send you to a place as well, or guide you if you want it. They will not force you. They will help you find a house, a job. That's how it goes. It's not like in other cities. I'll not name any names. Paris. That you see whole families and their dogs and children sleeping on the streets. That doesn't happen over here. Let's continue.
Go somewhere else with that shit. Come on.
I met a girl from Germany, and she had a tough life in the Netherlands. She had trouble saving up money working at bars and hotels, even with 2 jobs.
Camera stopped recording. I don't know when, so I hope I didn't miss too much. Let's just continue with this video. SD card was full.
Bring a lot of money with you, because you are going to spend a lot on hotels and going out.
Anywhere you go on vacation or travel, you're going to spend a lot of money, especially when you go to a touristy city. You're going to Amsterdam.
And also she says hotels and going out. So she's going to Amsterdam, a touristy city, like he says, indeed. But she's also going to hotels and going out the whole time.
That's like the capital of like tourism there. So, you know, go somewhere smaller, less touristy, and you're going to have more reasonable prices. Yeah. That's anywhere. In my town, it doesn't cost a lot of money for stuff. If I go to Chicago, you're paying way, way, way more money for anything. It's just because it's the way it is. You just got to know what you're doing.
That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Oh, yeah.
Or where you're going and what your budget allows for. That's her fault.
This is especially true in Amsterdam, which is a very small city. You could literally walk across the city in 1.5 hours. Also, consider in winter, it is very cold.
You know, just like me, I would love to go to Europe. I do not have the money to go to Europe.
I hope you will go to Europe soon and fulfill your dreams. I don't know, do you want to live in Amsterdam? I don't know, Charlie. Anyways, just one thing, you cannot walk across Amsterdam within 1.5 hours. Maybe the center, I said it in the previous video as well, but not from all the way in Geuzenveld to Zuidoost or North or all the way. The center, that's possible. But if you really want to walk from the edge to the edge, it takes hours. I can maybe make a video about it. I can actually try, but maybe with some couch surfers if we feel like it as well.
I completely understand that it's not the decision to make to just up and go there. You know, this lady, she's like, oh, I'll just go to this other country with no money and this and that. No, that's not how I know better. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to stay here in America where I'm not going to get off in some other country with no money and be homeless. I mean, that's just, you know, my side being smart. She's not very smart.
Very windy, very
Forgot to close this door. I was changing the SD card just now.
snowy, and in Amsterdam, there are not many places to sit. There aren't big shopping centers to go shopping. The only places to go are McDonald's and Burger King, which are places most people gather and drink.
Then go get a burger and shut up, lady.
But it's not true also, Charlie. There are a lot of places to shop. And there's more than just McDonald's and Burger King. But this lady just maybe went in the area of, I don't know, a few canals and didn't explore further than her nose is long, which is a Dutch proverb.
Reality, this country isn't that great. There are too many drugs. On the weekends, teenagers get high, get drunk, and there's also a lot of legal and illegal prostitution.
Well, I'm pretty sure the drug issues in any country you go to. But again, do your research. Figure out what the economy's like, what the people's like, what the weather's like before you go somewhere.
To be honest.
But also, there isn't a drug problem at all over here. Fun fact. The Netherlands is very low on the list of cannabis users or drug users of countries in the world. It's very low because it is... not so restricted over here. And in countries where it's prohibited, you know, there it's high because, yeah, you're not allowed to do it. So people, you know, want to. And here, I'm just saying that for Charlie.
I didn't find it was the best country in the world, as the internet claims.
Well, there we have it. This lady is absolutely insane. We got to check out some of these comments, guys. We got to see what this is all about. As a Dutch person, you got me laughing out loud for 6 minutes straight about how ridiculous this video is, Karen. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, this guy's furious. Yeah, disappointed. Yeah.
Okay, this dude, he's cool. I like him. Hopefully he'll go to the Netherlands soon. Maybe if you watch this even, we'll meet each other. I just have to remember your name. Charlie, right? CharlieVest. Maybe one day when you get here in Europe or in Amsterdam, or maybe I'm there in that little town close to Chicago or something, where you are. We'll meet each other. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be great. Maybe we can react to something together. Or not. Whatever. I'm just a small YouTuber. And you already got 21,000, Charlie. You're doing a great job. Thank you so much for watching. If you got any suggestions of stuff that you want me to react to, let me know at tychofromamsterdam@gmail.com. Reaction in the title. And who knows, maybe I'll react to one of your suggestions. Or multiple of your suggestions. Who knows?